Yeah, he's talking about, just you came out a little bit slow, but it seemed like you kind of got confidence as the game went on. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, 100%. I had to get settled in. Those first two drives were a little rough. But, after that, I feel like I settled in pretty good. The game slowed down a little bit for me, and we got things rolling a little bit.
Were you nervous at all? First drive?
I don't really get nervous. It's just after the first snap, the jitters are gone, so I don't think I really get nervous.
Yeah, I mean, and then when did you kind of know that you were going to be the guy, you think? Was it today? Was it last week? Was there a day where you're like, I'm probably going to be the guy?
That was last week.
Okay. And then let's talk about the flow of this game. You mentioned not starting off as well as you wanted to, but what were you kind of seeing within the offense that worked, you think?
It was just like minimal mistakes that could have led to a big play. So we had to clean those up. We had to get through we had to get through adversity. Once we got through that, I think we were all right.
Yeah, and I think you had 8 receivers tonight. Talk about how you got some of those guys involved.
So we are down like one of our top receivers too, but our guys stepped up. They stepped up to the game and they were making plays for us.
Yeah, do you think they kind of schemed it? With Jacob, you probably have a bigger play. Like he's been here for a while. So for you, were they kind of like let's keep it simple, or what's kind of get you more incorporated in the offense, or were you kind of ready for a big playbook tonight?
I think I was ready for it all. With Jacob playing at quarterback, it's not as much as like read options by the quarterback. But this week, you've probably seen a lot of read options with the quarterback and the running back.
Yeah, where you kind of see obviously you're getting a lot of pressure tonight on the some of those read option plays. You're getting blown up a little bit. You're bouncing back. Were some of those maybe you holding on to the ball too long, or was their D line just that good?
I'd say a little bit of both. I made mistakes that I got to clean up. And they also had a very good D-line.
What's the experience been like? I think you go into the system. You're Jacob, and there's other guys. You're probably thinking like, okay, well, let's see what happens. So how it's been kind of a wild 2 weeks for you. Can you kind of explain how it's been for you?
It's been. I've had a lot thrown at me this week, but I think I handled it pretty well. We got a veteran, Jacob. He's been here for a long time. He knows football, so he's been helping me a lot, and he's really been getting me through a lot of this.
What's kind of going through your head when you saw the ball sail wide left there?
Yeah, great feeling. We came here to go 1-0, and that's what we did.
So talk about how you guys played tonight. It seems like you guys kept them in check. There's a couple chunk plays there, but I think by and large, you guys did a pretty good job.
No, right now it's all mentality, bend don't break type mentality. Our tackling was a little iffy tonight, but definitely got better throughout the game. We definitely try to get the ball out. That was always a point of emphasis. So that's how we feel about tonight. Definitely things we can improve on and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah. They did a pretty good job running the ball early. Mm-hmm. You think you guys did a better job of that throughout the game. You guys were kind of getting some stops there. Can you talk about kind of what you're seeing with their run game?
Yeah, their run game was really good, honestly, but it's all about finishing tackles. Like we were getting there, we were just wrapping up, And after that first 1 or 2 series, we kind of start hammering down. We need to wrap up the ball carrier, drop a 5. So
you guys did a pretty good job. Not many penalties tonight, but there was 2 on that one drive. What's kind of going through your head? We're like, oh man, 2 penalties. These guys are in the red zone.
It is what it is. Everybody's gonna get a flag on the play, but you don't know when. You can't let that kill the whole drive. You got to go to the next rep, next play. Bend don't break mentality.
And yeah, and obviously when you play a freshman quarterback, you don't know what to expect. Obviously, you see him every day in practice. You know what he's capable of. But you kind of take it upon yourself as a defense. It's like we might have to bail our guy out a little bit. Was that a mentality at all, where it's like we probably need to get more stops than ever usual in a game like this?
Oh yeah, kind of. But we kind of trust the offense. Offense trusts us. We go out there, we play our game. We don't play at anybody's level or play above anybody's level. We just go out there and play our game.
What was kind of going through your head when Alvin's able to kind of drive with Yusuf's last field goal?
Through my head, like it's over. We're gonna win this. So yeah, that's how I was feeling in our head. Defense felt it too. We felt pretty positive, ending the game with us. Put the ball in our hands. We gonna get the stop.
Yeah, how do you kind of feel about things? Half the season's over.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you kind of feel about how this defense kind of going into that pretty important bye for you guys?
Right. We feel pretty solid this year. Defense doing good. We kind of holding teams down, low scoring, not any high scoring games like that. But we feel confident and we trust each other.